Jack, he actually, and pitting under the safety car, virtual safety car there, we can see that Jack has managed to get out well ahead of Tim. How good though, he's in one of the worst positions he can be, as he's gotten a drive-through penalty. He's gonna have to serve that within a lap or two, I believe. And that is gonna leave Langfield in the lead. Luke Baker though, he's in a prime position to possibly get his first podium of the season. I believe it would be his first podium, and don't kill me if I'm wrong there. I could be wrong. And where is Hungary gonna be now? Callum is passing there. Jack is right behind. How good is gonna be behind both of them? What about Tim? Tim is gonna be right behind Haugrud, as Haugrud is in turn 1 now, but Tim though with fresher medium tires, he should be able to make a move on Haugrud here. But we can also see that it is drizzling here, it is a little rain, and that obviously, ooh, as there is yellows, I don't know why. I can't see a reason why it's yellows. Oh well, I think I can actually see why it was yellows there. I can see that Luke has lost about 7 seconds, 6 seconds to Langfield. And he might have damage from the driving. He does have big front wing damage, so it's Luke that's been off, and we can see Callum and Jack just passing him there. We can see that Jack is about to... Billy, I didn't exactly see what happened to Billy Storm, so I don't actually have much to provide you with there. I tried to see if we could get an angle on how he crashed out, but didn't get any. And we can see that Jack now is about to pass Callum Anderson on the straight and move up to P2 into turn 1. And we can see that Tim into turn 1 is making a move on Haugerud. And right now, I think all the drivers are just waiting on the rain to start hitting harder. As we can see that Luke has gone into pit for a new set of mediums, and that makes me wonder if Jack might have chosen the wrong tires by going on softs. One thing is for sure, we will find out about that a little later on. We can see that Luke is now just ahead of Jeremy. And I've just realized that I might have jinxed Luke, saying that he's in a prime position to possibly get a podium. Right after I see yellows and I see Luke losing a lot of time. Jack though, he is not really catching anymore on his soft tires, or well, he's actually still catching. Haugerud is also able to stay with Tim here. Is obviously going to be though, when the rain hits, who is going to be the one to be able to keep the car on track and push it closest to the limit. We can see that Haugerud is starting to struggle with keeping up with Tim here. He is trying to, but he is losing a small amount of time everywhere now. We can also see that Jack is catching on Langfield, so the medium tires of Langfield and Haugerud is going off them. Jack's soft tires should be going off soon too, but then again, thinking about it, one of the major issues with the soft tires on this track is that they usually get overheated, and with the drizzling rain, the low track temperatures. Could be that Jack isn't struggling too much with his with the temps on his tires then. As we can see that Howgard still trying to stay with Tim and is barely within DRS range. But now we can see that Tim is about to catch Callum Anderson. Tim also showing good DRS management there, about 80% DRS. It has to be said though, Tim is coming into this race with a 25-second penalty that it will be added to his race time, so it will be difficult for him to get a top result here, although he's looking like one of the quickest drivers on the grid today. He might be one of the few drivers who will be able to go to the start of the proper rain period, as I think that Jack's tires they don't have many laps left in them. Same with Langfield and Howgard. Callum is going to be able to stretch it to when the rain hits hard enough, I think, but those hard tires though, they're not looking not looking like they have a lot of pace in them. We can see that Tim now pushing to make a move on Callum, as it looked like a small amount of lag there. But Callum though, he goes a little wide, he might be exposed for an attack into turn 2 as Tim goes on the inside of Callum Anderson. He's gonna have to be able to keep it on the outside here, as he's gone very wide, but he's managed to take the position, and now he just needs to push as much as he can on this damp track. And look at this, Howgard is also looking for a place to get past Callum now. Luke is also stepping on it. You can see him catching me massively on Jägermal. We can see that Jack is also catching a lot on Langfield still. Let's see here, Howgard on Callum on to the start finish straight. It looks like it started raining a little more now, but it's still not raining enough. As Callum is gonna defend the inside line, Howgard is gonna go for a switchback. He's gonna make it on Callum. It looks like he's been able to make the mover. Callum is not gonna give it up though. He's gonna try to look for the inside in turn 2 here. Just doesn't have the grip to fight with Howgard here, and he's gonna have to concede that position in the end. Jack though, only 2.2 seconds behind Langfield now. 10 seconds ahead of Tim here. It's still not raining enough though, so see if Jack has made a good decision with his strategy, or if he's made a bad decision. It's not in yet, and yeah. But let's have a look at Langfield though. Langfield, no damage for Jack. They're heading around the final corner now. Langfield does a 128. I didn't get Jack's lap, but I think it's safe to say that he was about a second quicker than Langfield on that lap. But they are starting to drop quite a lot off the fastest lap pace we've seen around here today then. Look at this, Jack is within DRS range on Langfield now. His tires, those soft tires, they're not good for much more than about 9 laps. Then they should be really destroyed. But then again, Langfield's on 17 laps old, mediums too, so though, Jack. Oh, as Jack is a little onto the grass there, he's managing to keep it on track after all, but he lost a little time to Langfield there. He's still within DRS range, but he has to get a little closer if he wants to make a move on Langfield on the start finish straight there. Tim, though, he's still about 10 seconds behind these two. Jack trying to get a good exit onto the main straight. We can see him pushing now. He wants to get past Langfield. I think he's a little too far behind. He's not gonna go for it in turn 1, and he actually goes a little deep here. Oh, and you can see that he's struggling with grip now. We can see that Langfield has a good amount of ERS. Hungary is into the pit. What is he gonna be doing? Oh, and Hungary is going for the gamble. He's going for intermediate tires. We've not gotten DRS disabled yet, but it might be right around the corner. As we can see that, Jack almost crashing there. We can see that Egermal is also diving in for inter tires. Same with Luke Baker. Oh, and DRS is disabled, and how good. Egermal and Luke might have done the perfect choice there. Jack is also still in a good position, same with Langfield. They both have tires that is completely destroyed her. But they will be going into the pit on this lap. They will be changing over to the inter tires, and we can see that Jack actually passes Langfield in the second to last corner. So as there is a little lag here. But both of them going into the pit though. What does Tim do? He's struggling massively with grip too. He's also going to dive into the pit. Callum is going to be diving into the pit. Callum though, I think Callum might regret not starting on the mediums now. Although Langfield's mediums dropped off horribly in the end. But look at this though, how good. Coming to the final corner now. Where is Jack and where is Langfield? Jack and Langfield both coming out of the pit. Tim is about to come out of the pit, but I think Hungary might just have gotten him as he's ahead of Tim Bruce Dalins. And we can see that Hungary pitted on the exactly right lap there. The question though, 15 more laps. Can they make that on one set of inters? And this rain period, this is why I still think Hallgrid is gonna be the winner today. Langfield though, he's dropped 1.7 behind Jack here. As we don't have any battles right now, I'll give you a small update on IRL F2. It's Eric Pettinen in the lead ahead of Shay Fox and Felix Negwer. Then Jack Yates in fourth, Jared Fosbury in fifth, Kevin Harrison just pitted and is in 10th right now, and Kevin here. But look at this though. Langfield, he's starting to fight back now. He's catching time on Jack here. And it looks like Jack is struggling to get to grips with this wet weather. I can see why Langfield is catching. He looks a lot braver on the brakes than Jack is. How good right now though, not catching that much. He's catching a little but not that much. Tim also about the same behind these two as he was before. But Langfield, he knows that he has all to gain today. He might give himself a small chance to still be in the championship if he wins today. I'm just gonna quickly check how. If he wins today, he's gonna be 47 points behind Halvor Schontveit, his teammate in the championship, with 2 rounds to go, so he can't lose any points to Halvor, and he have to win today. Yeah, if he doesn't win today, the championship is over. Then it's Halvor who is the champion. And right now we can see that he's chasing Jack. He's trying to get closer to him. Still looks like Jack is able to keep his lead, although Langfield is getting a little closer, but it doesn't look like Langfield is able to get the best exit of the last corner here, and he's gonna still sit behind Jack here. Saying that though, I am now realizing that Haugerud has started to catch up quite a lot to these two. Tim is not catching that much. His gap is about the same as it was before. It's almost 10 seconds, so not really gained, not really lost. Gonna check here. Fastest lap so far goes to Billy, although it did crash out, so I'm not exactly sure how it does it do it then, but still Langfield. The Norwegian who's been fighting the championship from the start of the season with his teammate. He started with having the upper hand and he lost it to his teammate. He's still not having the upper hand anymore, but right today, with T. John is not here, he has his opportunity and he has to take it. It's almost looking like the hair rain is getting heavier. As we're on to lap 24. Oh, and I have just noticed that in F2 they have a safety car on lap 22. Oh, but look at this. But Luke Baker, he's gonna try to make a move on Jigermal Johnson in turn 1. He's not really getting the traction properly down out of it, but he's right on the back of Jigermal here. The Williams team, I believe it's the only team with 2 drivers in the race now. Right now we had 2 Toro Rossos, they're both out. We had 2 Ferraris, Billy's out there. And we still have 2 Williamses. We can see that Langfield has lost a little time to check again now. Baker though, he's staying right on the tail of Jägermal. See here then. Heading on to the start finish straight. Can Baker get close enough to make a move into turn 1? He's looking like he's at a decent exit. I'm not sure if he's quite close enough to Jägermal, but he's catching. Is he gonna send it down the inside? He's gonna try, but he's just a little too far behind. Looks like the F2 race has just restarted from the safety car again, with Eric still in the lead and Speedy Mr. Sorhaug as Luke Baker has a massive tail. Rear end lost there, but he manages to keep the car on the track, and he's still not. Oh, and I think he's outbraked himself quite a lot there, having to just cut that whole chicane. Sorry about that. It's 9 laps left to go, only a second separating first and second right now. It's all to play for, although there might be some penalties out here, but I have not looked at that yet, and I won't be looking at that. We can see that Tim is still about 10 seconds behind Jack too, so he's pretty much on the same pace as Jack and Langfield now. Haugerud on the other side, he is still catching. Luke is trying to get a little closer to Jägermal again. And he's getting closer to Jägermal again, but he's gotta be careful before that happens, as he's lost the rear end. And he's not lost any positions, but he's way further behind Jägermal now. He's lost about 10 seconds on that. Jeremy still sitting in 8th, looking a little off pace today. As I've just taken a look on F2, as they are having a safety car again. I believe they had a safety car earlier, and it looks like they will have a safety car again. As it was James Haworth crashing out. Look at Haugerud, as he is looking like the quickest driver on track right now. Just 3.5 seconds behind Langfield right now. We do gotta remember that Haugerud had to serve a drive-through earlier in the race, but it looked like he hit better on when to go on the intermediates in the race too, so he clawed back some time there, and he's just been clawing his way back, during this rain period. What about Langfield though? He's a little closer to Jack again. I believe that is Jeremy right behind them, who's been lapped. .2 seconds from Hauger to Langfield. Langfield 7 tenths behind Jack. He's not been able to find a way past though. As they're on to lap 29 in just a few moments. And while we're kind of just waiting on something to happen, we're gonna check here. And we can see that the big winners, well, to be fair, almost everyone is big winners there right now. Jack up 2 positions, Langfield up 3 positions, same with Haugrud. Tim down 3 positions though, so he might be the big loser so far, at least out of the remaining drivers. Callum Anderson up 4 positions so far in this race. Jägermal up 7 positions, so he's the biggest winner right now. Luke Baker currently just sitting in the same position as he started. And Jeremy up 2 positions. Then obviously Billy, James, Craig Woolley, Adam Corrigan and Tom Spicer all retired. That out of the remaining drivers right now, Jägermal, Callum, Langfield and Haugrud has all made it with 1 stop so far. Then you have Jack and Tim and Luke who's done 2 stops and Jeremy who's done 3 stops. We can see that Luke is almost back at the tail of Jägermal now. At the same time, we can see that Hauger is just 2 seconds behind Langfield now. He's catching and he will be able to get into the fight for the win at the end here. But Langfield is not close enough, but look at this though, Luke Baker, he is close to Jägermal again. He's gonna try to bait Jägermal into making a mistake. Luke Baker probably one of the drivers with the biggest improvements from last season. Oh, as Jägermal has gone wide, Luke sees an opportunity. He's gonna go down the inside into this right-hander going into the final sector, and he's gotten past Jägermal, but Jägermal is still there. He's gonna try to go hold it around the outside in the second to last corner. Heading into the final corner. Is Jägermal gonna get a good enough exit to be able to fight back against Luke here? It doesn't look like he's lost a little time, but he's gaining on this straight though. And as they come down, oh, and there is yellow flags, and I am not sure why. No, I am not sure. Well, it could have been. Nah, Jeremy's pitted again. Could have been Jeremy moving over for someone actually, so. But look at this though, Luke Baker right now, he wants as much as possible for this Williams team. Right now he's sitting in 6th place. He's past Jägermal. And it looks like he's gonna be able to pull away on the other side though. Langfield still right on the back of Jack Campenkel here. With Haugrud also catching up behind, just 1.7 for Haugrud now. Hauger though on 1 lap older intermediates tire than the 2 drivers ahead of him. Could be that his tire wear is a little worse than Jack and Langfield's. I was about to say that Hauger is almost within DRS range. There is obviously no DRS when it rains, but he is within a second now. And we can see that Langfield is struggling a little in the SS. He's lost a little time to Jack here. Hauger on the other side, he's gotten a small amount closer to Langfield. As they're heading on to lap 32. Look at this, Jack has had a good exit. He's shaken Langfield a little bit off himself. Langfield has had a better turn 1 than Jack. Same with Haugrud. Look at this, there's just about a second between these two in the lead, and it's not much more down to Haugrud in third. Tim is not catching, he's still about 11 seconds, so he's dropped off a little. He's lost about a second since they pitted on to the intermediates to these front runners. Haugrud, he's looking for an opening now. He had that drive through. Without that one, I think he would have won for sure. Heading on to the start-finish straight again. Langfield needs a good exit if he wants to challenge Jack for this one. He just can't match Jack's exits off the last corner. Look at this. It's gonna be so close for the finish today. Just a little over a second separating this three. As Haugrud picks up a 3-second time penalty, that could be crucial. I am not completely aware of the penalty situation between these two now. I believe that Jack picked up one earlier. I'm not sure about Langfield. I know that Haugrud just picked up one. I'm not sure if he's picked up any earlier in the race. They're still tight together here though. Gotta be honest, I would have expected these intermediate tires to be pretty bad right now, but they're not looking that bad actually. As we can see that, is it Sondre pulling out of the slipstream to maybe cool down his engine a little? Langfield on the other hand, he's all over Jack here, but it just doesn't look like he's able to get good enough exits to challenge him. Sondre on the other hand, I think he's just pretty much sitting there waiting for something to happen right now. But I will have to tell you, Sondre, if you're just waiting on something to happen, it's not gonna happen. They've been sitting like these for about 15 laps time, so any positions, I think you're gonna have to make a move or two. I As we can see how good here, he's low on fuel. So it's only the ERS he can use to fight these guys. When it comes to Langfield, he is not low on fuel. Same with Jack, although Jack is having a lot less ERS than these two Norwegian drivers. Jack though having a great final sector there, pulling out the gap a little to Langfield. How good, he's not gonna be close enough here. Oh, he sees fuel light flashing as they're on to the final lap. I think they might have run out of opportunities now. There might be 1 or 2 places left where they can make a move. Jack Campenkel though coming into this tight chicane here, and these three still so close together, and you can see that that's actually pulled a little time back. So if he would have followed Jack's strategy, then maybe he would have together with these guys. As there is yellows in sector 3. I'm not sure why. Oh, it might have been Jägermal actually. It seems like he's lost a lot of time too. Look at this though, Jack Campenkel, final corner to take his first IRL F3 win here, as it's gonna be taken from Langfield on penalties. We talked about it, that it could be crucial, and it's Langfield in first, Jack in second, Haugrid in third, then Tim in fourth, and Tim is not gonna be. Tim is still a 5-second time penalty that he has from an incident in the last race. It's gonna be a P5 finish for Tim in the end. Then we can see that Jägermal has crossed the line in 7th. Jeremy will be taking 8th as he has also finished his race now. Luke Baker, he's gonna be the final driver to go over the line to finish his race. Up there fighting with Langfield, Haugard, Jack, Tim earlier in the race, but he had one play. He had one incident, I didn't actually catch it, where he lost his front wing. He lost a lot of time and he ended up fighting for P6 in the end, which he got comfortably ahead of Jägermal in 7th. As we can see that it's another win by the Norwegian Bjorn Einar Langfjell, and Jack Campenkel though taking his first IRL podium here, with his second place, and Haugard in third. Recovery from after his drive-through penalty. We can see it, no penalties whatsoever. Jack Campenkel, 1 penalty, and that lost him the win today. Haugard with 2 penalties, so he's staying in third. Tim is gonna take 5th after his 25-second time penalty will be added on. Calum is gonna take 4th then. Luke Baker will take 6th place today, and I think he will be happy with that after the mistake he made where he lost his wing. Jägermal will take 7th then. Jeremy Pope in 8th, both of those a lap down. Billy Mossam, James Sands, Craig Woolley, Adam Corrigan and Tom Spicer all DNFing and all not reaching the 90% limit. And with that, we are gonna try to see if we can get the top 3 drivers in for podium interviews. So let's see. Sorry about the blue screen. Usually we are 2 here, so there is no, but today it's only me. Oh, come on. And so we've invited them. We can see that the only 3 drivers left in the lobby right now is the 3 drivers we are hoping to get an interview with. As we have Jack here, we have Sondre here, only waiting for Langfell as he is here too. And just gotta make sure that nobody's on mute. Nobody is on mute. So we're gonna start off with 3rd place, and that will be you, Sondre.
There will be.
There is. I predicted you for the win today, knowing that it would be raining. And there was one thing that I think took that away from you today: the drive-through penalty. What happened?
It would have been a win without the drive-through. I just, was on the medium, it rained, pretty stressed, asking Jeff for the weather, and suddenly I got like 8/10 to slow down 3 seconds on the DSC, and then I couldn't do it, so drive-through penalty, back of the field, battling with Billy, or explosions, sorry. So it ruined the race, pretty much.
Was still a podium finish with 3rd place, and my memory isn't the best, but I think you've been pretty consistently up there in the races you've been in. So another podium, obviously would have liked for it to be a win. Also would have made my prediction be a little more correct, but didn't happen though. But in quali you opted to start on the medium tires, and we actually saw some split strategies there. We saw some guys on softs like Jack, who actually made that soft strategy work pretty well. But were you confident that those mediums would last to the rain period?
I was when the lights went out, but then it didn't really rain, so I was starting to get a bit worried around lap 18.
Well, if I can remember correctly, I think you pitted lap 19 or something, lap before the 2 other guys on the podium here, and you actually managed to hit that quite spot on, because I saw the DRS getting disabled right after you pitted, and like, I do believe you caught a lot on that lap, but like, did you think that you would be able to get this close to the win in the end?
No, not really, but then Jack and Langfell was battling in front and managed to sneak some good laps in and be in the contention. Unfortunately, the penalties, also the drive-through, was just too much.
Well, that 6 seconds didn't help, no. Well, I can tell you, they didn't battle that much actually. It was, I think Jack got his penalty quite early on, and I think Langfell was kinda sitting and not risking too much while you were just catching up, so. But you did look like the quickest driver today, and penalties, it happens. But next week though, we're heading to Germany, so you reckon that is another possibility for a win, or?
Yeah, I would hope so. I was thinking about the pun, but it's no puns in Germany, so.
Turn 1?
Yeah, turn 1. It's memeable.
Alright, well, what is your aim then? Is it a win, or is it just a podium?
If it's dry, I think a podium, but if it's gonna rain like this, then hopefully the win.
Fair enough. Well, I will have to say that I do think you're one of the drivers who excels the most when it rains here in this tier. So, but with that, good luck for next week, and congratulations on your podium today.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're gonna head on to 2nd place then.
Hello.
Jack Kampenkel.
Yes.
1 penalty away from the win today.
Hmm.
How does it feel?
Disappointing, but can't ask for more.
Well, it is your first IRL podium, so it can't be too bad of a feeling still.
Yeah.
Well, at least your
Done with
first
that.
IRL F1 podium. Obviously, you've had plenty of wins in the GT Sport League we were running a while ago. But still, though, quali, you were one of the guys who risked it on the soft tires, and well, I gotta be honest, when Tim pitted and you still stayed out, I was kind of thinking, like, is this guy brain dead or something? Like, what is he doing? But my god, your strategy, it worked out so much better than I thought. Like,
I
I
was
don't
hoping
know.
that the rain was going to come quicker, in fact, but it decided to take its jolly time.
Well, I gotta say, even though your soft tires might have gone off at the end before you pitted over to Inters, it looked like the old medium tires for Langfell and Haugrud, for example, looked like those tires went a lot more off than yours. So, I don't know how, because for me, when I was on softs yesterday, they were just finished after a couple of laps. But,
Guess it just comes down to the driving.
well, as we're there, I think it comes down to the quality around us.
Oh, okay.
No shots fired, but yeah. But you also had a battle with Tim there going side by side, and I gotta say, it was a brilliant battle to watch on screen here. But
Glad it was.
how did it feel for you though? Like, was there any flashbacks to last week? Were you nervous?
A lot, especially going into turn 3. Where, I don't know if you caught it on the stream, but I was pushed onto the curb. Pretty much, I'd say.
Correct.
I found that a little bit dodgy, but I got made the overtake happened. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
made
I
it
didn't have the
happen.
best
That's what
view of it,
matters.
so I can't say how it looked, but nonetheless, though, you had a great couple of corners before that at least, and nobody crashed out or anything. It was a good battle. In the end, he opted to pit before you, and I thought he was the smart one, but apparently you did a masterclass there. But the rain period, though, like, you couldn't shake Langfield. You obviously had that penalty. Like, when did you realize that you wouldn't win this race?
About lap 32, because I was thinking he must have 2 warnings. He must.
Counting on that, I see.
Yeah, but oh well. Credit to him where it's due. He managed to keep it himself off the track, and I think he actually deserves it.
Well, gotta give it to him. No penalties in a wet Hungary race. That is impressive in my book. But next week we're heading to Germany. So, what is your take on that?
Tin 1, I'm probably not going to make it past, because I really hate it. But onwards and upwards.
Alright, so the goal is to make it past turn 1?
Yeah.
Not the highest expectations I hear. Well, nonetheless though, congratulations on second place today, and good luck for next week in Germany.
Thank you.
As we're moving on to our driver of the day here, Björn, I